Hi everybody, welcome back. I hope you had a nice break. Okay, if you weren't in the first class, my name is Melanie and I am head teacher for Justenglish USA and Harvest English Institute in New Jersey. So I'm streaming live from my home, and happy Children's Day to all those that celebrate. And I know we're all celebrating indoors today, right? So I hope you enjoyed the first lesson, if you were here for that. Okay, how many of you were here for the first lesson? Did you learn anything new? Is anyone here? You can say hello in the chat. Tell me where you are. Learn some new idioms? Good. And where's everybody from? Is everybody in the US right now? Is everybody in their home country? Okay, we'll wait for a few more people to join. So today's lesson is all about learning to sound a little more native, like an American English speaker, and also to understand more when you're listening to native speakers, because that can be really difficult. You've learned a lot of vocabulary, and still when you're listening to conversations from native speakers, it's sometimes very difficult to understand. Yes, Anne. Anne is from Germany, right? And we met at my school here in New Jersey. Okay, I see you are from Turkey. Nice. Okay, it's good. People from all over the world. It's nice to be able to take classes online because you can be anywhere, right? All different languages coming together. Everyone's learning. It's a good time to be learning right now in quarantine. Take our minds off of things, better ourselves. From China. Very nice. So we have people from all over. So what is the most difficult when you're learning English? Is it listening and understanding, reading, writing, or speaking? What's the most difficult as you're trying to achieve fluency? What's the last thing to come, you think? What's the most difficult? Grammar. Yeah, the grammar can be very difficult. I don't always know that the grammar is the most important. Of course it is if you're trying to pass an exam. If you want to pass IELTS or TESOL, you'll need to know the grammar. But if you just want to learn how to speak English for traveling purposes and communication purposes, sometimes it's easier to learn if you don't get too hung up on the grammar. Okay, so sometimes it's better to just first learn to communicate, and then you can work on the little intricacies of the grammar. Formal writing. Yeah, writing is definitely difficult. The writing and the grammar. Yeah, it takes a lot of practice. So my suggestion is to write as much as you possibly can. I think it's helpful to keep a journal or a diary where you write every day in English. Because if you write every day, you'll force yourself to start thinking about the vocabulary and how to write it down, and the grammar will come. Especially if you read in English, you'll start to pick up the grammar and the sentence structures. So reading and writing go hand in hand, and the more you do it, the better you'll get, the more natural it will be for you. Speaking and listening. Yeah. speaking is difficult and listening. Yeah, I hope I'm not speaking too fast. I try to speak slowly, but I think always when you listen to someone speak the language you're trying to learn, it always sounds so fast, right? And I hope today's lesson will help you with that, because that's what a lot of it's going to be about today. Okay? All right. So informal contractions and word blending. So what we're going to work on today and talk about is nothing you're going to use in your formal writing, okay? So you're going to promise me that you're not going to use these in writing if you have to write on an exam or a paper for a university, because these are going to be all informal, okay, conversational type words, okay? All right. So I often have students that come and maybe they'll be studying for a month or two and they'll tell me, okay, but when do we say, I hear people say wanna all the time, wanna, but I don't know what it is. We didn't learn that. And they don't realize that it's really two words, want to. Because if you're learning from native speakers and you're just listening to them, or maybe you're learning by watching television shows, it sounds like we say, you won't hear a native speaker say, do you want to build a snowman? Those T's get completely lost, okay? And we blend the two words together. Want to. We blend them together when we speak them in sentences. If we say them one at a time, want to, when we say them in a sentence, especially in informal conversation or if we're speaking quickly, wanna. Do you want to build a snowman? I would sing, but you don't want me to, okay? Do you want to build a snowman? So I want you to practice saying it. I know I can't hear you, but I want you to practice. Wanna. And you have to say it out loud. Wanna. Wanna. Okay, there's no t in there. Do you want to build a snowman? Yeah, you try. Do you want to build a snowman? Let's look at the second example. Want to go to the movies tonight? It doesn't really sound fluid for me. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say want to go to the movies tonight. I would say want to go to the movies tonight? And see how my T's get dulled or they disappear completely? And this is different from American English and British English. They're a little bit different when it comes to the T sound. So remember, I'm only American English here. Okay. Wanna go to the movies tonight? You try. Wanna go to the movies tonight? I want to learn English. I wanna learn English. I wanna learn English. Okay? I wanna learn English. Okay? What do you think? Let's look at the comment. When you use wanna, gonna, etc., you speak faster than using want to, going to. Yeah, if I say them at a natural pace, I'm going to say wanna. I'm gonna say wanna. Okay, that would be my natural pace of speaking. If I wanted to really enunciate and say every sound, want to, I have to slow down my speech to say it. Do you want to build a snowman? But in natural paced speech, do you want to build a snowman? Want to go to the movies tonight? I want to learn English. Okay, it's just more of a natural paced language. So that's just how we say it. And you can start to pay attention if you're watching any American television shows. Start to pay attention and listen for those words, okay? Going to turns into gonna, okay? Gonna. You try. Gonna. I'm going to learn English. And we use going to here for our future. Okay, so we use that with the to be verb. So here for I, it's am, and then it's followed by a verb. So I'm going to, and then we have it followed by the verb. So it's for future activities. I'm going to learn English. I'm gonna learn English. Okay, that would be how I would say it at a natural pace. I'm gonna learn English. You try. I'm gonna learn English. Are you going to watch the movie with us? Yeah. Yes, Friends is a very good. A lot of people tell me Friends is a great show. I don't think it's on Netflix anymore, but it's a great show for learning American phrases. Definitely, it's a good tip. Are you gonna watch the movie with us? Okay, you repeat. Are you gonna watch the movie with us? Are you gonna watch the movie with us? Gonna. She is going to go to university next year. So I know this one can look a little bit strange when you have going to with the verb go. Okay, but I wanted to put it in here to show you that when we use going to indicate future, we have to have that verb in there. So even if it's the verb go, she is going to go to university next year. She's gonna go to university next year. Okay, is that clear? She's gonna go to university next year. She is gonna go to university next year. She's gonna go to university next year. And we could also use it with the negative. I'm not going to watch TV today. I'm not gonna watch TV today. Okay, you try. I'm not gonna watch TV today. I'm not gonna watch TV today. Okay, so again, this is informal, and I made sure I wrote this on every slide. It's only for spoken English or very casual texting. Okay, so if you're texting with your friends, you can write gonna. But if you're writing an academic paper, please do not write gonna, wanna. Okay, you have to write out the words. Okay, this is really just for spoken English. Okay, so I hope everybody understands that. Have to. Okay, have to. Have to. Have to. Okay, everyone say have to. I have to. I have to. Have to. Okay, so have to is for, we use that for obligation. So if you're obligated to do something, you have to do it. Okay, you're obligated to. You have to. Okay, so this one, it's even difficult for me to separate them and say have to. Okay, if I'm putting it in a sentence, it just naturally blends together. I have to work late tonight. Okay, the v sounds turn soft. Have to. Okay, you try have to. I have to work late tonight. Okay, and again, it's something that you're obligated to do. I'm obligated to work tonight. I have to work late tonight. Do you have to do your homework? Do you have to do your homework? You try. Do you have to do your homework? Do you have to do your homework? Okay, do you hear that? How it takes the v in have and softens it to a f. I have to. Do you have to do your homework? You have to wear a face mask to go shopping. You have to wear a face mask to go shopping. Right? I don't know if this is the rule where you are now, but here in New Jersey, now we're obligated. We have to wear a face mask to go shopping. Okay, we have to. Okay, we have to wear it. Okay. Oh, hafta means week in Turkish. See, I learned a new Turkish word. That's interesting. But if you listen to someone speaking, a native speaker of English, they will always say hafta for have to. Okay. So this way you'll be able to understand them when you hear it, because the sound doesn't sound like it's two words, and it definitely doesn't sound like it has a v, have to, have to. Okay. And again, you wouldn't want to write have to. Okay. You want to write have to if you're writing any kind of formal English. No one would understand if you wrote have to. Okay. You never heard that anywhere, have to? You'll have to start listening, okay? Make sure you listen when you watch Friends or any shows in English, and you'll hear people say have to. I have to go to the store. I have to study. I have to wear a face mask. Does it make sense now when you hear me? Have to? No? Okay. Could have. Coulda. If we say could have quickly and informally, we would say coulda. I could have gone to lunch, but I was late. I could have gone to lunch, but I was late. Okay. And coulda, you may have learned could as one of your modals. Okay. I could have gone to lunch, but I was late. I could have gone to lunch, but I was late. You repeat, I could have gone to lunch, but I was late. I could have gone to lunch, but I was late. She could have done her work yesterday. She could have done her work yesterday. She could have done her work yesterday. You try. She could have done her work yesterday. She could have done her work yesterday. You could have gone to work late. You could have gone to work late today. You could have gone to work late today. Have you ever heard someone say coulda? And remember, this is for spoken English only, not written English. We wouldn't write coulda. We would write could have. Okay. Coulda. Yeah. Okay. Here's another one of your modals. Would have, woulda. If I knew you liked cake, I would have baked one. If I knew you liked cake, I would have baked one. I would have baked one. You try. I would have baked one. Yeah, we can hear these words in songs too. Okay? In songs, in casual speech. Usually if someone's speaking a little bit faster and less deliberate or purposeful. So your teachers most likely, hopefully, will be saying would have, so that you can understand them clearly and know what words they're saying. But if you're listening to an American conversation, native speakers in the street, if you're trying to practice your English with native speakers, you might be listening and you might hear woulda, coulda, okay, have to. So this way you'll be able to understand when you hear it and you won't be thrown thinking, oh, what's that word? I never heard that before. Okay, you'll know what they mean when they say gonna. Oh, they mean going to. Okay, so it'll just help your listening skills. And if you want to sound a little bit more native, you can incorporate these too. Okay. I would have gone to the party, but I was too tired. I would have gone to the party, but I was too tired. I would have gone, but I was too tired. Okay, you try. I would have gone to the party, but I was too tired. Okay. I could have had 3 kids. Yeah, coulda, woulda. Yeah. Any questions so far? We have one more. Thank you. We have one more. Okay, and it's another modal. Should. Should have. Shoulda. Okay, so we have coulda, woulda, shoulda. Okay, should have. I should have woken up earlier. I should have woken up earlier. Okay, you try it. I should have woken up earlier. I should have woken up earlier. She should have studied more. She should have studied more. She should have studied more. Okay, you try. She should have studied more. She should have studied more. And if she didn't study, I guess she'll have to face the music. See how I threw that in there? She should have studied more. They should have introduced us. They should have introduced us. They should have introduced us. You try. They should have introduced us. They should have introduced us. Okay, does anybody have any questions about any of this word blending that we do? These informal contractions, right? We know to contract is to make something smaller. So in English, when we make contractions, we usually contract with the word to be, I am, I'm, she is, she's. So these are informal contractions, should have, shoulda. Okay, so you wouldn't write them, only speak them. Or like my kids, they text using these words. So I guess texting is okay for it, but not any kind of formal writing. Okay, does anybody have any questions, or does anyone want to look at any of these words again? I want to ask a question. Is British people use this short form coulda? I'm actually not sure. British English is definitely different than American English as far as their pronunciation. So I couldn't tell you for sure. Okay. Okay, you got this too? Good. I hope you learned something that you didn't know before. And I hope now you'll be able to recognize these words when you hear them. And I want you to really try to recognize them after this lesson. Try to watch some TV in English, American English in particular, and see if you can pick out these words and you can hear someone saying them. Because when we are learning a language, we can only learn so much from our lessons, from our teachers, and from our books. Maybe 50% of a language you can learn that way. The real learning happens when you can reflect back on it when you're outside of your lesson and you can recognize it or use it outside of the lesson. Okay? So if there are no questions about this, I'd like to go back and just review the idioms that we learned, okay? Just to see if you can remember them, okay? A little reminder, okay, since it's been a little while. So let's go and see. Okay, we'll go all the way to the top. Okay, hit the books. Who remembers hit the books? And see if you can use hit the books in a sentence. Okay, can anyone try that? Yeah, studying. Learning. Yeah, usually studying. Hit the books is usually you do by yourself. Yep, to study. Can you use it in a sentence? Yep, hard studying. Good. Anybody want to try a sentence? Okay, I'll keep checking back the chat. Hit the hay. Anybody remember hit the hay? It's time for me to hit the hay. Good. You didn't study at all. You have to hit the books. That's right. You have to hit the books. Good. Yep, I must hit the books. And we always use the plural books. Okay, so I have to hit the books. Okay. Good. And yeah, hit the hay. Time to sleep. I'm so tired. I better hit the hay. Okay. I have to finish this project, so I hit the books tonight. Good. I feel exhausted. I must hit the hay. Perfect. Those are great sentences. How about twist my arm? Do we remember what it means, twist my arm? We know in the literal sense, right? To twist my arm, right? Twist is to turn. We know this is your arm. So to twist your arm, in the literal definition, would be you would be hurting someone, right? To twist their arm. But what does the idiom mean? Twist my arm. Who remembers? Almost changed my mind, Dan, almost. So yeah, twist my arm is to convince me. You convinced me. All right, you twisted my arm. Yeah, changed your mind or convinced. So usually we'll use it, anytime I've used it, it's been kind of in like a joking way. So it's usually something that I want to do, but I'll say, maybe my friend calls and she says, oh, you want to come to lunch with me? All right, you twisted my arm. She didn't even have to convince me because I wanted to, okay? But we use this expression for that. It's just to convince. You twisted my arm. You made me want to. Okay, you convinced me. Okay. Up in the air. And if you want to put in a sentence with any of these idioms to try it out, you can. Okay, I'd love to read your sentences. Up in the air. Persuade is a good word for twist my arm. Yeah, persuade or convince, definitely. Up in the air, not decided right now. Undecided. Yeah, it's up in the air. I just don't know yet. It's still up in the air. Okay, so I like to think of up in the air as if I'm trying to make a decision, I might have all these choices. Maybe I have them here and I'm thinking about them. So they're kind of up in the air while I think about them. Okay, so I always like to put a visual so I can kind of see and it helps me to remember the phrase. So up in the air, still undecided. Okay. You have to choose a dress for a prom. Not time for up in the air. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't chosen a dress for prom yet. It's still up in the air. Good. Yeah, I haven't decided. Uncertain. Stab someone in the back. I think this one's pretty easy to remember. I feel like this one stays with you. Stab someone in the back. And Anne, am I right? I think German has a similar phrase for stab someone in the back. You might have a similar one in some of your languages. Yeah, to betray someone, to stab someone in the back. Good. Yeah, to betray someone. Yeah, oh, maybe it's something at work, or I think usually we use this for work, but if you talk about someone without them knowing in a negative way, you stab them in the back. Yeah, it is unfortunate. Yeah, it's very unfortunate, but unfortunately there are people like that, right? That go behind your back without you looking or without you knowing and do bad things. Yeah, so in that instance, they stabbed me in the back, you could say, right? If you want to put that in the past tense, stabbed. So you could say, she stabbed me in the back. I couldn't believe it. She stabbed me in the back. She betrayed me. Okay. Good. Sit tight. Remember? Sit tight. Remember, you're waiting for something. You're moving around. I'm waiting. Oh, it's so hard to wait. So we say, sit tight. Yeah, be patient. Sit tight. Just be patient. Wait patiently. Okay. Pitch in, chip in. Right? We have a big job or a big amount of money or just something very large and we need a lot of people to help. So we pitch in. Okay, and someone asked before if you can pitch in your ideas. Yes. Okay, we can call that, there's a phrase, it's brainstorming. If you have to come up with a big idea, you can sit with many people, maybe a team at work or at school, and you can brainstorm, right? Like a storm in your brain. And everyone can pitch in ideas to come up with the best idea. Or you can chip in ideas. So any kind of contribution from many people or multiple people would be pitching in or chipping in. Okay, so it could be a contribution for anything, right? Money, time, energy, ideas. Okay, yeah, you pitch in, yeah, small quantity, contributing a little bit. Yeah, Mustafa, I hope the coronavirus will end too, and we must sit tight, right? We have to just wait patiently. Good. That's a great sentence. Go cold turkey. This one always sounds silly. I think it sounds silly as a native speaker too. Go cold turkey. What do you think? Has anyone ever gone cold turkey with anything before? Do you have any experience with that? Yeah, so it's not just suddenly, it's suddenly stopping something. Yeah, to suddenly give something up or suddenly stop doing something. Okay, so if you are giving up meat, was the example I used before, or if you're a smoker and you smoke cigarettes or you vape and you decide, I'm going to go cold turkey. I'm not going to smoke anymore. I'm going cold turkey. Then you're going to suddenly stop. It won't be gradual, very sudden. Going cold turkey. Okay? Yeah, I think smoking is a very popular one to use that. Go cold turkey. Usually if it's a bad habit or something that you really need to stop, go cold turkey. So drinking alcohol, smoking, it could be eating meat or sugar. Maybe you eat a lot of sugar and you need to go on a diet. You could go cold turkey. No more sugar for me. No more cookies and sweets. Okay? I couldn't do that though because I love sweets. Okay. Face the music. Face the music. Who remembers this one? All right, we remember to face. Almost, Mustafa. So if you're facing something, it means you're looking at something. I'm facing it. I'm standing up to it. So if you do something wrong, something negative, something bad, and you have to take the responsibility, and the results of it, okay? You have to take responsibility. I'm going to face the music. I'm going to deal with the consequences, okay? Good. Yep, accepting responsibility. Perfect. On the ball. I hope everyone is on the ball with their studies right now. I know it's hard with the virus and we're all inside all the time. So maybe it's hard, but I hope you're keeping up with your studies and you're on the ball. You're organized and on time for your classes. Yeah, good. It's important. Okay, so if you're on the ball, you're attentive, you're alert, you're being responsible. Okay? Good. Rings a bell. Oh, the topic here is idioms, idiomatic language in American English. So we're looking at phrases that can't be translated literally. Yeah, rings a bell. Sounds familiar. Okay. So if I heard someone told me a name, I would say, oh, it sounds familiar. It rings a bell. I think I know them. Okay. Rule of thumb. Who remembers rule of thumb, right? This is our thumb, right? This is my thumb. So a rule of thumb is a guideline, right? And it's a guideline I base on my common sense or my practice. Okay. Under the weather, this one's very, very common. So this one you should definitely know. Good. I'm so glad that it's easy for you. Under the weather, I'm sick. I don't feel well. I'm under the weather. Blow off steam. Right? We talked about the literal definition. If you have very hot food and you want to blow away the heat, the steam for it, that would be the literal definition. Blow off the steam. Okay? But for the idiom, we talk about anger. We feel very hot and we're angry maybe. So we need to blow off the steam when we're feeling angry. We need to calm down. Need to vent. Yeah, and that venting is a great word for this, right? So we need to blow off steam or calm down. Look like $1,000,000. And remember, bucks is a slang word for dollars, for money. Okay, so if you look like $1,000,000, you look really good. Okay, you look excellent, perfect. You look like $1,000,000. Okay, it's a really good compliment. Okay, good. Okay, everybody. So I hope you liked the lesson. And does anyone have any questions for me? I can answer questions in the chat, or I can go over one of the slides again if you want to go back and look at anything. If there were any words that I said that you didn't understand, I can go back and define the words for you. I'm glad you had a good time. Good. I'm glad that everybody had fun. Thank you, Mustafa. I'm not sure, Anne. I might be giving some more online classes. If I do, I'll definitely let you know, and we'll be posting it. If there's a certain topic that you would like to have a lesson on, you can make suggestions, and I can see if I can put that together. Does anyone have a suggestion on something they would really like a lesson on? Yes, happy Ramadan. And today's Children's Day. Happy Children's Day. You're welcome. You're welcome, everyone. Okay, and if you want to post your ideas, if you come up with any ideas or anything that you would like to see us do a lesson on, please just let us know and we'll be happy to put a lesson together. Okay. Someday I will come to Turkey. You're welcome, Engin. All's well that ends well. Yep. As a subject, yeah, for a lesson, yeah, if you want to suggest any kind of a lesson, a topic or anything specific that you would like a lesson on. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Yeah, I hope you all stay healthy and well. All the best to you too. All right. Thanks, guys. Have a good one. Enjoy and stay safe.